We're with cross-country coach John Curtin. Coach, your women's team last weekend, strong effort at the Barry Invitational.
Yeah, it was a real good performance pretty much across the board. It was another kind of low-key meet. We weren't really challenged as a team, but I think we got a lot of good things out of it. Our young freshman kids showed up very strong. Tamara Surtees just did an amazing job leading the way for us. Our upperclassmen, some of them we held them back a little bit, had them run it as a tempo. So across the board, came out real well.
You know, you've had two meets so far this year, and your freshmen have played an important role. You know, as you have found over the years, you know, how important is it for young runners to have experience success early on? Have you found that kind of propels them, kind of fires them up a little bit and to do better, or?
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of human nature to a degree, and all these kids they're trying to find their way. They're trying to find their place on the team. And you know, as we get later in the season, we have to cut down to you know, the top 10 and top 7 for regionals and nationals. So they're all kind of feeling their way, hoping that they can be one of those top 10. And so getting off to a good start and being successful in the first couple early season low-key meets really helps. We'll be moving on to the big boy meets now, and I think these early successes will give them a little momentum going into that.
Now this weekend you're off from competition before heading up to Greac. Talk about kind of the focus of your training sessions this week when there's no meet coming up.
Well, we've turned up the volume a little bit this week. The quality of our training is increased substantially. We had a tough workout Tuesday morning. We're going to go again hard over at Piedmont Park this afternoon, and we'll get another good workout in next week, in addition to our distance runs. But for the kids that have been healthy, and we've had a few kids getting sick too, but the ones that have stayed healthy, it's been a real positive week. And we'll back down a little bit for Greac, not a whole lot, but the kids are very excited about being in a meet of that prestige, and they're really looking forward to going to Minnesota.
You know, talk about the Greac. Obviously, you mentioned next week kind of starts, you know, some really big meets you'll be competing at, but Greac is certainly one of the top ones in the country.
Well, Greac, there's nothing really quite like it. That'll be the only time these kids will be on a starting line with more athletes on it than they'll see at the national championships. There'll be well over 400 runners in each of the races. So, and that's just Division III only. It's that big a meet. So it is an opportunity for our kids to match up against some of the best programs in the Midwest. I think Claremont Mudd Scripps is going to come in from California. There are going to be some top Division III schools. So these early season meets have been good to find out where we are, and now we really find out where we stack up against some of the best.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for your time. You know, have good training sessions this weekend, and we'll catch up with you later on.
Thanks, John.